Welcome back to another week of the WRU. My name's Gunner. I'm joined here with Yota,
Hello.
and today we are, as the starting grid here thankfully says, Night of Fright. How are we feeling about
hmm
this race today?
You know what? I've heard a lot of crazy things about this track, and especially practicing it with some of the Acceleron guys. This is going to be an interesting track to watch.
Yeah, I know I practiced the track with them too. It was on your first run, it's very hard to see where you're going.
Very yes, it's very much. If you can like turn up your brightness, that would definitely be be the better option to
Yeah.
do.
Well, enough about the track. Let's look at our drivers here. We got our, we have Soul and Dandube being the captains on the track.
hmm
At the golf, the twin mill. We have Wolf, Kami, Affix. We have two buses today.
It's gonna be something, especially with the two drag buses. With Kami, especially in drag bus, he had a rough start in the first race, so hopefully with this one he brings it back. Hopefully he can stay. Hopefully he doesn't have any internet issues with this race.
Very
Then
true.
especially with Apex, this is his first showing for this season, part of the season, right?
I believe so. So as
So
well as Jota with the El Camino.
and that's such a still a crazy pick to me to
Yeah, the
be
surprise pick
driving.
of being a
hmm
drifter.
And
I,
it sucks to me that like with the El Camino being classified as a rocket, to me I wish they just gave it the rocket properties.
yeah,
But you know
I'm
what?
kind of with you on that. I wish it was like I would kind of wish that it if they're gonna mislabel stuff, at least go full through with it.
Mhm.
But it is what it is. We got
Then we
bread
got
and
bread
pipes as
and
well with the night
mhm.
shifters. Another double up.
Then with Judas and Exceller. Judas, of course, going with the ballistic. Then we have Exceller with Iridium, which is to me still a crazy thought to, especially for this track, to have Exceller and Dan be racing in balance cars, both being 4 pips. But it's something on this track I didn't think this would be the right play, but it's something where we'll just have to see for the race.
This track that isn't very. It's not as balanced friendly from whenever I was doing the practice with the other guys. But balance wasn't completely useless here.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and get this started on 3, 2, 1. Let's hit it. I actually haven't seen this video, so this will be my first run of it.
Uh, it's been like I've with how long it's been since we did this,
Yeah,
so I
we've
don't
been
even
currently
remember
in
what I did.
we've been stuck in editing hell.
Yes, very much. Let's not talk about it.
Yeah, this is not the place for it. That's where the editing chat's for. But
hmm But it looks like Swole's starting off pretty strong,
Swong.
but looks like he's in front of Kami in his POV. But then we have Kami right neck to neck with him right
Yeah,
here
we just
for
have to
the
wait to
first
see
turn.
how the fight ends up.
Oh yes. Then looks like Jota's in fourth right now. Oh, you barely see him right there. He's keeping up with Soul and Kami right here.
Why? Yeah.
And then having Dan right with the pack as well. This is a very interesting fight right here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially since on like as you can clearly see, it's hard to see some of the properties of this track.
No, very much, especially with it being in the dark void. You can't really. You have to keep your eyes focused because with how the track is set up, if you do not know when to turn, you're definitely going to be falling into the void.
Yeah, it's
And Jota
definitely
taking
not.
first.
Yeah, Yota fighting for that top position in the El Camino is really good. He's
And
up
we
there
have
with the
both
two
Kami
buses.
and Afrex.
Affix, and I think I can't really see who that was. But just missing the alternate path. And Affix being
Ooh,
reset.
poor
That
Af.
is not good.
No, yeah, definitely. Especially, well, luckily it is just the first lap, and hopefully with the leaderboard where it is, hopefully that isn't the right placement because that would be too
That
far
would
of a
be a bit
setback.
unfortunate.
Yes, definitely.
I know that bad section was definitely it was something I had concern about before this race started. Was it's like, hey, what if? Oh my God, Yota just
Yeah, Jota almost falling to his doom.
that's that weight difference there.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, even then, go ahead.
but yeah, like that bad section's just like I had a feeling that it would get somebody on the reset.
Oh yeah, definitely. But here we go with Jota fighting Kami for first,
You
and
love to see
Kami
it.
just taking the spiral with ease.
Yeah, this spiral is very easy for Swifts to just completely
Mhm.
eat.
Oh, definitely, and especially like as long as you know how to take it, you can at least you won't lose momentum. But certain vehicles will take it a bit faster than others.
Oh
Then Jota's still fighting with Kami here,
yeah,
and we're about to hit to the second lap.
yeah, and Jota just zooming on through because I mean that is a jump tech section, and
Mhm.
by Milestone's design, drifters are heavier than Swifts.
Are they really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, the weight goes from lightest to heaviest. It goes rockets, balanced, Swifts, drifters, off-road, heavy duty.
Wow. Okay. I didn't think of it. What the hell?
Yeah.
Then we
So
see here Swole got pushed back to fifth right as at the moment.
yes.
Then Judas right up in front of him with Bread. So Bread and Judas are keeping third away from Soul here. Then Affects back in eighth though.
Yeah. But you
And
know,
here he comes
so
back.
you know Riptide, there we have a little saying, the Riptide recovery.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if it should still hold true even here.
Ah. Poor miscalculation on Affix on that jump there.
Yep.
And then
Absolutely
we have
unfortunate.
Jota back up. He has some distance to catch up to Kami with, but it looks like he's gonna get there shortly.
Yeah, especially if
Oh
like at the jump
no! Ah, that turn. That's something. Ah,
decks. Yep. That turn. It's unfortunate.
looks like Soul got back to his second position.
Seemingly. Kami just chilling in first.
Hmm.
Showing that
My,
the NSC drag bus is here to mean business.
having a fun time on the track at least. No worries because it doesn't look like Soul is right behind him yet. So, if anything, then we have Dan in seventh right now, in which he's doing pretty well, but he does have a distance between the others. So that's something that he has a little time to catch up with as of right now because it looks like we're at the
There is
spiral. So we're
still there. Oh, that will turn a little bit. But there is still one whole lap. I mean, anything could happen, but usually with how races go in this game, they're usually solidified like that.
Mhm. Unless you're having a fight like with Soul's having with Judas and Jota now. Jota taking fourth.
Yeah.
Ah, so what happened to Bread then? That's the question. Oh, he's in seventh now.
I am unsure.
Then Affix just still in eighth. Looks like Acceler and Wolf are in ninth and tenth. Hey, it doesn't. Oh, there's Bread. You could probably on the mini map. You could barely see the red dot. So he's not pretty far from Bread, but there is still a distance. And we're back to Jota chasing power pipes. It looks like.
Nice little
So-
appearance by Akiro as well on
Mhm.
Affix's screen. So far,
The-
this race has been going pretty good.
It looks real good. It looks other than just a few hiccups from Affix and. But other than that, everything's been going good. The fight between just to be in podium is real good.
Oh yeah.
Then Dan is he's basically just in between everybody. There's not really much action going for Dan right here.
Mm-hmm.
But then we're back to Affix. Then looks like we're coming back to that weird corner. And I question how track builders can make a track like this. Like, I wish I understood it, because I would love to be able to have this ability. Because it's crazy.
Yeah, it's just understanding how some of the stuff works.
Mm. Then still no competition for Kami up in first right now. Going down on the downhill section here.
Why, yeah. Just having a grand old time up in first.
Mm. And looks like Judas and Soul are fighting for second at this point. Coming to the end of the track here on the spiral, and Judas holding his drift on the spiral. Soul just couldn't keep it up. And Yota right behind them with power pipes.
I mean, I think everyone's just had such a good race on this one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that spiral, if you don't get it right,
it can be devastating. You can lose momentum. And just right there, the Soul just got third.
Yep. Another great race from the Acceleron League.
Mm. Looked like Wolf almost had a chance to pass Affix there.
Just about.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a pretty good race today.
With Kami taking first, Judas in second, and Soul in third. And Yota in fourth, which very interesting. Again, with Yota being in fourth with the El Camino it's real cool. It's real cool to see something like that. See a driver take a vehicle many people will not choose to bring it up to a position like that, close to podium.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because usually drifters aren't really the best picks for most races. Sorry,
They're very like situational.
Yeah, they're very situational, and even muscle tone as well. Like we saw that on Thrash, right?
On Thrash, on the Thunderdome, like
The
very.
Thunderdome. That was just like for the Nitrox race of that. It was just Mac subbing in for BHR.
Mm.
But for when Judge was racing on Thrash, he chose to use the muscle tone. Because because like that was one of the tracks where drifters could really do well on.
And didn't he finish in first that race too?
I believe so. I'd have to go back and look. But he
Crazy.
placed really high. Even Mickey on that race placed high. But
and Mickey was driving Mod Rod.
Yeah, Mod Rod.
That race.
And Jota's proving it here once again that drifters do have a place in this game, even though they aren't as they are very niche in some of their regards, but they can really do work given the right circumstances.
And then following with Judas, Soul, and Yota, and Affix being new drivers to this half of the season, so they get the bonus points. So not only does Judas gets an extra additional point, so he gets 14 points, with Soul getting 12 and Yota getting 10. And then Affix getting 6 points, and it sucks to see Affix down there. especially with the crashes he had this race.
Yeah. But looking at the points, Riptide's still in the lead. They still hold it.
By 9 points.
Yeah,
By 9 points, they're holding first.
Yep.
Then
Second
NSC is not far from the Bone Shakers as of right now, only
1 point.
1 point behind.
Shaded Speeders, 45 points, can still make it. Curlworks, 29 points. They are in the roughest spot, I believe, of any team at this current moment.
Yes, very much. They are more than 10 points behind Shade, and it sucks to see them in this situation right here. Hopefully, they do bring it back. We still got this is only just the third race of the season, so hopefully they have time to bring it back, get everything, rework their planning, and just try to fight to continue, at least hold a better standpoint before the mid-season draft, before the half of the season.
Oh yeah, like if they aren't plagued by random happenstance for like random things happening on the track, I believe they have a really good shot of pulling this back.
Mm.
I know that they
But
would
this,
have a very hard time going from fifth to first. I think right now it's mathematically possible.
as long as they have the mindset to keep fighting, it's very much it's as of now it would just be better to get the points to be only like say a few like 3 to 4 points behind Shade Speeders to be able to be close to
Hmm.
be able to like next season. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, because like previous season, fourth and fifth in Acceleron are they're fighting uh to stay in Acceleron. That's why they want to get third, second, and first. Because if they don't, they're knocked back down to Nitrox.
Go ahead and say that again. Sorry.
Because yeah, I'll go ahead and say it again. So like fourth and fifth in Acceleron, they're fighting to stay in Acceleron. That's why they want to pass. They want to get third at least. And Curlers, both of these teams just came from Nitrox.
Oh yes, very much. Like Shade with their position right now, they've even with Shade of Speeders, they took first last season. So for them to be in fourth as of right now, it's very much they're in the danger zone of going back, like you
Yeah,
said.
it's a bit disheartening to see that these teams they worked so hard to get up into Acceleron. Right now they're being beaten back down to Nitrox.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's
we are on week 3. There is still time to get those points.
oh yes.
So we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Hopefully everything looks a bit even by the time we get to the mid-season. So,
I would hope so.
hmm but other than that, the drivers did real good. The drivers raced real good today.
Yep. But yeah, I think honestly, that's a good place to end the Night of Fright video on. Any
Mhm.
last comments to say? Anything to plug in, Yota?
You know what? Speaking of plugins, Gunner, if you are new to the WRU, we have an Instagram channel and a TikTok. So don't be afraid to subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the Instagram page, and follow the TikTok. On Instagram and TikTok, it is the World Race Unleash. You shouldn't miss it. It's right there. So feel free to follow, and we'll have more content coming up. We're still on the building blocks for them. So by the time, mostly by the fourth week that comes up, that gets posted, those pages should be fully finalized and ready and have some content for y'all. So, and consider just subscribing to the YouTube channel.
All right, that sounds pretty good. We will catch you viewers next time.
Bye.
See you later.